are back. This is Matt.
And this is my goofy wife, Katie. And this is Movies and Mischief with Matt and Katie. If you're one of our regular viewers, then once again, welcome back. Thank you for the support. We truly appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, then welcome to the Funhouse. Katie and I are a married couple, 14 years. Going on 14 years. We love watching movies. We love talking about those movies. And that's exactly what we do on this channel. We watch a movie and then we turn right around and we give you
Literally walk around the other side of the couch.
Other side of the couch, just behind us here. And we give you our unprepared, unfiltered opinions of said flick. We tell you what we liked about it, what we didn't like about it, whether or not we think you should watch it. All that fun movie review stuff.
Nice for you to say.
And with that being somewhat said, let's take a look at the movie we watched this evening. Okay, so this evening, Katie and I finally got the chance to sit down and watch A Quiet Place Part 2. This is one that we originally were thinking about going to see in theaters. We were thinking about this being our first movie back into theaters, but we weren't really all that comfortable with it, so we decided to wait till it started streaming, and I found out...
Numbers are rising, so we're going to stay home for a bit.
Found out earlier this week that it was available to watch on Amazon Prime for rental on Amazon Prime, so we went ahead and rented it. If you're familiar... I'm assuming you've already seen A Quiet Place Part 1.
You kind of have to.
The film has the same cast with a couple new faces. John Krasinski, Emily Blunt, Noah, I think his name is Noah Rope. Noah Jupe. Millicent. I can't remember her last name. I apologize if you're watching this.
We'll put it up later.
Cillian Murphy is in it, who you've seen in the trailers, and then a couple other faces show up that I don't want to give away. Yeah. This one picks up right where the first one left off.
Well, kind of. It first goes backwards a little bit and then picks up the same.
The main story of the film picks up exactly where the first one left off. Yeah. You do get a little flashback. So that we can see John Krasinski. And then basically the family is now they're going to try and find other people. They do.
Don't say too much.
I'm not. And that's our story. Katie, what'd you think?
This was excellent! I am so happy. I was so worried when the trailers, I couldn't figure out what they were doing with this one because it was this weird mix of backwards and forwards and I couldn't figure out what was happening. It's totally explained in the first 10 minutes probably, and then it was just all the same tension of the first one plus running into what do we do now kind of situations. It's a Walking Dead kind of thing, like, okay, what has happened to the survivors if there are any kind of deal. Mm-hmm. Just a really strong characters and so much tension. I was so tense through so much of it. It was one of the most satisfying endings in a horror thriller movie I've ever seen. Mm-hmm. What do you think?
I liked it. I didn't love it. I didn't like it as much as her. I liked it. I agree with you. It had that same tension that the first one had. My biggest problem with this one was I was a little... Granted, I know we're watching a movie about space monsters that hunt us by sound, but they've already established that this thing's entire head is basically one big ear. So wouldn't even the sound of a person breathing or stepping on stones, I would imagine the lightest sound would attract attention. And there's a couple points in this film where there's obviously sound going on, but these monsters are not apparently paying attention to that.
See, I just chalked it up to, yes, they hear everything, But there are certain atmospheric sounds, like we talked about leaves rustling. They might notice that, but have recognized now that that's just, it's not a thing that's prey.
I guess.
It's just an atmospheric noise.
But
that kind of thing didn't
That was
bother
never
me.
established in the world. Now,
I don't know.
And the other thing, now one thing I will say on this one, again, if you've watched the first one, then this is no kind of spoiler, but there's been this internet, I don't know what you call it, like this theory, because somebody brought up, back when the first one came out, these things never actually eat any of the humans they attack. This one, they do that again, and the whole internet theory is that the sound we make is hurting them, because all they ever do is attack and kill, and then they go on to the next one.
Yeah.
So this one kind of solidifies that theory, but I don't know the story. I wanted something more from the story. They talk about in the trailer, and then early in the film, they talk about how the people that are left are not the kind of people you want to save.
Yeah.
And we only see a glimpse of that. And I honestly was kind of hoping that was more of a driver to the story, and it wasn't. Now, that being said, I'm not saying I didn't like this at all. Like I said, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a well-done sequel, but I just wanted a little bit more from it.
And I think they gave you they gave me what I needed in that regard. Because there are a couple different groups that they run into, and I think the behavior of each of those groups makes perfect sense.
Yeah. I don't know. I could have used a little bit more.
And as a woman, the first group that they run into was plenty
don't say too
for
much.
me. I'm not, but it was plenty for me.
I just wanted more from the storytelling part of it. I will say this: John Krasinski has the best "what the fuck is that" face in all of Hollywood, because I just keep thinking of, he did it all the time in The Office, and then in the first one of these, and then in the Jack Ryan series, he just has that great face, like, oh man, something's coming.
And his gorgeous wife has one of the best, everything is on her face all at once.
She's beautiful.
The fear, the agony, everything is on her face. She's just brilliant.
Yeah. The other thing that bothered me, and this was just, it was just completely me, but one of the characters in this, and if you've seen the first one, it's the same character, just drove me nuts.
Yes,
I just wanted, and I understand why he was the way he was.
Yeah.
But he irritated me so much in this movie, just like he did in the first one. And I wanted him to be I kept thinking he
didn't bother me as much, and he didn't bother me in the first one because it was just symptomatic of situation and age and whatever. This one, there were stupid decisions made, and they were driven by anxiety, but they were really stupid decisions.
They're stupid decisions. I wanted to tie a bell to this kid. Several bells.
God.
All right. So, Katie, final thoughts.
I absolutely loved it, and it is just another example of you have to stick together. No, you have to stick together, even when it feels like somebody might be slowing you down or holding you back. The reason that we're here is to be together to help each other, and without each other, what's the point? And also, this was an excellent movie. What are your final thoughts?
I think sound is important in films, and I think the first one and the second one, I don't think sound designers or sound mixers get the kind of credit they deserve from the normal audience. I mean, I know they get Oscars and stuff, but as a movie lover, it's one of the things that I keep an eye on.
Yeah, because this and Sound of Metal are both brilliant uses of sound and silence.
Listen to your movies. As you're watching them, listen to the movies as well. So there you have it. Those are our thoughts on A Quiet Place Part 2. Katie loves it. I liked it. I would add it to my collection.
Oh, I'll be watching it again for sure.
But I don't know. I just wanted a little bit more out of it, but Katie thought it was perfect. So
I didn't say it was perfect, but
she really liked it.
Really liked it.
Which is close to perfect for her.
No.
To say she really likes a movie.
No.
All right. So, as usual, we thank you guys for watching.
Yes.
Please be sure to click like, subscribe, share, comment. Let us know what you thought of the movie.
Tell us what you want to see next. We will watch it, but you have to use your words.
Let us know, and we'll try not to condescend to you again next time.
I don't know. If you don't start talking to me, I'm going to talk to you however
All right, guys,
I feel like.
we're going to wrap this up before we lose any of our viewers. So you guys have a great weekend. We'll talk to you next time. Bye.
Bye.